Hello and welcome. Kingdom Come Deliverance II. Or what I like to think of as the adventures of Henry. So I'm trying to get some ingredients to make a certain potion. Because I finally actually found some cobwebs during my travels. Now the only problem is, I now need to find some valerian. I think was it eye bright and valerian. Let's have a look-see. Potions, quick finger. Yeah, it's eye bright and valerian. Now according to the book, I should be able to find some valerian in the forest. And that's where we are at the minute. We're out and about. It also said it grows in like bogs or peats, so maybe I've got to start looking around in where there's rivers, ponds and that sort of thing. That might be better. But I got the impression it just said like in the dark shaded areas where there are woods. Nope, it's more eye bright. I mean, I'm not seeing any apothecaries that sell this stuff at the moment. And I want the best, freshest herbs so that I can get a Henry's special. I mean, we can now make...
No, I shouldn't leave now.
Okay. I mean, we can make about 6 potions in one go. So, I mean, I think I managed to find like 2 cobwebs. So that would get me like 12 potions. So that should last me quite a while, and I should, in theory, be able to pick pretty much any luck. Sage. I think it's just, yeah, there's plenty of sort of like eye bright around, just no sign of valerian. At least nothing stands out. Because that's like a, kind of looks like a bit like a, not like a, yeah, it's kind of like a dandelion. No. There's no sign of it at all. But in any case, we need to move things on with the hands. Even Dry Devil's kind of pointing it out. It's like we really should be moving things along here. I mean, I'm quite happy to leave them just to stew, quite frankly, but yeah, I suppose maybe it's about time we started getting moving. Yeah. Well, that got me 2. So that's enough to make 1. So I found that around here. Yes, that would make sense because there's a pond, a little brook going through here. Aha! So I've now got 5, so I've got enough because I think I've only got 2 cobwebs anyway, to be fair. Oh, is that so? Aha! Sneaky! You're hiding from me. Well, I've got you now. So we'll go make some of those. It'll be interesting to see because I think the strong version gives you like +6 to your thievery. For me, that's almost the maximum of 30. So I'm just be curious to know what Henry's version would pull off. Right, let's have a look-see. We don't want to be making that. Well, I might do, but Artemisia, just a potion. Bean, Luxy, couple. Nope. 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 Ah. Right, what do we do with this one then? Right, so we boil the cobweb and eye bright. So one cobweb and two of the others. So water. Water in there. Right, so one cobweb. Two eyebright. They go straight in. That kind of like looks just like the seeds, not the entire plant. Right, so that needs to boil for 3 turns. I think it said. Boil for 3 turns. Crikey, that's a long time. So it's not 2 turns and it's not 4 turns. It's got to be 3 turns. So there's something about boiling it for 3 turns. You've got to wonder, like, who comes up with these combinations, like the amount of time and effort that must have gone into randomly throwing things into a pot. Then we've got to grind the valerian.
Greetings to you two.
There's 2 of that as well. Grind, grind, grind. So we boil that for a turn. So hopefully we'll get a Henry special. Yeah, I'm just wondering, is that going to give me like, say like 8 minutes or 10 minutes? It's going to be like super duper. Fail. Pour that out. Come on, yeah, you've got to be a Henry's portion. Oh, it's a Henry's one. Cool. Right, so we'll do that again. So, oh, why can't I prepare the herbs? Where's my cobweb? Where's my cobweb gone? Anyway, let's have a look and see what that did then. So that's achieved. That's a Henry's quick finger portion. Yes, that boosted by 8 for an hour. Crikey. So where was the... So that one is 6 for 40 minutes. It's for an entire hour. Good grief. I'm going to head back here. Because it's either on the horse or it's in my chest upstairs. I'm suddenly intrigued because I'm pretty sure I had more than one
My
cobweb.
respects.
You too drunk? Yeah, you're too drunk to do anything, aren't you? Are you still here, are you? That makes a change. Normally I come along here and the dog's usually wandered off somewhere. Aha! Oh, I've got 2. Right. I'm not going to be greedy.
I'll be right with you.
That'll give me 12 portions of that stuff. So that should last me a good long time. Actually, that's a thought. Ooh, I'm down to only 1 book's blood. Ooh. I think there was another one, wasn't there? I mean, that could be a good. That could be good. Strong. So that's Artemisia, because that would do more damage. Gee, do I need to? Because my skill, I think my strength's already maxed out anyway. So I don't think that would do me anything, quite frankly. I mean, Aqua Vitalis. So do I have a Henry's version of that then? That's been useful. So there's that. So I've got 9 of them. Henry's painkiller brew. Yes, I could use of those. Now, imbrication's good for the agility, which I think I've got that maxed out as well, have I not? It's got 24. So it's more the buck's blood. So what have we got for hair of the dog then? Yeah, I've got 6 of them. So really I need more buck's blood. What does buck's blood need then? St. John's Wort and Comfrey. Yeah, let's have a look. St. John's Wort or Comfrey. Neither of them. Actually, I could do with selling these. Because they've gone off anyway. And you're carrying a crucifix apparently for some reason. I could have sworn I had a bunch of St. John's Wort. What happened to all that? Ah, I think I was selling a load of stuff off at one point. Yeah, now that I think about it, I was selling a lot of things off because they were kind of like, what's their good time? I would have thought they didn't seem all that good. Probably have to get those from a
You're
herb
always
garden.
welcome here, good sir.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Right, have you got what I need?
I'll have a look at the wares.
More specifically, I'm going to sell the stuff that's now seriously gone off. No point keeping that. That's not going to be a Henry's portion. Don't know about the dandelions, mind. Might be worth trying, because I think I'm selling stuff off below 75, but it might be worth trying. Right, what have you got? Right, you've got Comfrey and St. John. Right, well, in which case I'll buy all of them off of you, and we can at least get ourselves stocked up on.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Buck's blood.
Very well.
So I get 53.
Here,
As well 50.
and something for your trouble.
Many thanks. Thank you, sir. And come again.
Right, so I want to make another potion for fingering. Apparently that's useful. Gives you quick fingers, apparently. That's just a potion. Nope. 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 Still no. Ah. Right, prepare that one then. So, see, that was water. Yeah, that's a water one, isn't it? Right, so that was 1 cobweb and 2 eyebright. So you can go in there. Pop you in that. Pop you in there. Let me boil that for 3 turns. Yeah, 3 turns. I wonder if we get like more experience for doing better potions rather than like the weak version of it. Does it really matter? I mean, I would have thought so. I would have thought you'd get like rewarded for being able to produce better potions, just like presumably you get better experience for being able to get past harder locks. Right, so we'll wait for that to run out. Right, it's two of the Valerian. Now that needed to be ground.
Eh, same to you.
He's not sounding overly enthusiastic.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Thanks. Right, pop that in there. Now, I think I'm going to boil that all for a turn. Yeah, boil it for a turn. And then once that's boiled, we can pour that. Nearly there. Right. File.
There won't be any men left soon at this rate. And then they'll start taking women as well. You'll see. Why don't we just go and enlist right away? I bet they won't.
Crikey, that sounds
Have you ever
that sounds bad.
at all?
Right, so we've now got
But I'm pretty handy with
that
the
one.
I reckon
Explode.
adults
Right, so that one's
brushing teeth. And what's
looking a
more,
bit more tricky.
every soldier gets a dozen brochures and a piece of meat.
What's that oil? Right, it's oil in one of each. Right, oil, grind the St. John's wort. Okay. Grab that. Grind that.
I've been darning and sewing since morning. I haven't even eaten yet.
That is shocking. I'll be complaining to the bathmaid about that. Right, what's that? Add the comfrey. Add the comfrey, boil for a turn. So don't grind it, we just add it as is. Put that in. Boil for a turn. It's almost there. Nearly, nearly, almost. Right, put that back. Right, now what did you suggest we do? Add the dandelion.
How are your knees?
Okay, so it doesn't grind it, we just add the dandelion. Oh, what was it for one turn?
That's handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up
Dandelion.
the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard
Right,
about
start
this fella
that
who
for a
always
turn.
gets heartburn just before it snows.
Except we need to use the bellows.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three wise men.
Right, now do we distill that or do we pour it? Pour. Right, grab that. Pour that. Is this one in particular is extremely useful. At least I'm finding it is. Because stamina's a big, big problem. Right, can I make another one? Yes, I can. The more the merrier. Right, so that's oil. St. John's wort. And grind that one. So grind, grind, grind. Pop that in there. Right, then we add the comfrey. Boil for a turn. Go, go, go. Right, let that bubble for a short while and then we'll... Yeah, it's not that bad to make this one. It's the amount of time spent boiling. Right, so we add the dandelion, that is. Now we boil that one for a turn, but you've got to use the bellows. So 1 turn. Use those. Right, that's that should done. All that into there. And hopefully that's another for Henry's special. Cool. So we're up to level 27 in alchemy. Crikey. Right, let's have a look-see. So, yeah, I'm wondering, I mean, yeah, I mean, that, now that was it, was the Acrobatalis. So have we got that? Have we got a Henry's special version of it? Yeah, I've got 9 of those, so that's okay. So I think I might put that one there. So I think it's those 4 that, now that's for curing them. Buck's blood. What was the other one I was going to do? I mean, the painkiller one's a good one because that's. I'll have to find out what that does because it reduces your stamina decreases with health 75% less. So those ones seem pretty good. I mean, I've been using the Artemisia, but I don't know if there's any point because it's maxed out on strength anyway. So I think it's those 3 are going to do it for me. Okay, I'm going to go clanking around. So we need to go and inquire about what on earth is going on with Sir Hans, wherever he is. So we've got to go and see this Christian of Pisa. But it's getting a bit late. Oh, there's a thought. Can you drink any alcoholic beverages? I'm saving the schnapps for if you ever have to heal anybody. I've got some wine there. It seems, I think he wants fine wine. Right, I think we'll grab some sleep and then we'll go and see this Christian of Pisa. So he, if memory serves, he's the brother of Peter or Peter, depends how you pronounce it, of Sukdal over here. He's the one in charge of Sukdal. Staggering around as ever.
How are things, Henry?
Oh,
I can't complain, Captain.
A blessed day with no fuck-ups.
Mixed change. Just saying. Let's go upstairs. I mean, our bed's upstairs, but there's nobody playing dice. I quite like that game of dice. Nope. Drink wine.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
Right, we'll park ourselves in here, because that's where we have
I'll
our
have a
bed.
bite to eat, thanks.
And that's our chest, which has got all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff in. There's quite a lot of the stuff in there I could probably sell off next time I'm back at Kuttenberg. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of stuff I could be selling off.
Have you got anything to eat?
I don't know what I want to do with him.
What's the hold up?
Eesh. Not the sort of thing I really want to be keeping a hold of, quite frankly, but...
My God, what's taking so long?
Right, I don't have any books, so there's no point hanging around. So we'll get up at a reasonable time and then we'll head off to see this Christian of Pisa.
from bed come looking for you here.
Ooh, that sounds bad. Somebody's looking for somebody. I mean, it is tempting to jump off the balcony, I must admit, but I get the impression it would be painful. Oop. Just have a quick drink. Because it is free. How are we doing food-wise? Do I need food? Possibly. Let's see what I get out of that. That was at about 77, I think. Oh. Bicycles. You've been a poker. Right, I better change gear because I don't want to be wandering around dressed like this, because if we end up in a fight, I would seriously struggle dressed like that. I struggle as it is. Mutt.
Heal!
Come on, buddy. Let's get going. Well, that's a nice horse.
Whoa! Whoa!
Right, come on. Follow the road. We're going somewhere.
Go!
In case you didn't know. There's somewhere out there, and we need to go there. Be interesting to see what he wants doing, I must admit. And I've got to assume he's going to say something, and we need you to do something. Because that's usually what it is. It's very unusual for anybody to do something for nothing. Usually a case of scratch my back. Oh, wolves. What? Oh, there you are. Oh, don't get involved with wolves, mate.
Go!
It's not in your interests to get mixed up with wolves. Or to be fair,
Whoa!
I know you enjoyed having fun with some wolves before, but I'd appreciate it if you just left them alone. Yeah, it just suddenly crossed my mind because I completely forgot I had to go looking for him. It's like, oh yeah, he was among wolves back then, wasn't he? But I'm assuming they'll be eating somebody back there. I haven't got time for that. I should do, but it would mess up all my clothes and I'd have to clean them. Let's backpedal. Come on, up. They overshot somewhere. Right, there's a road out there.
Quick!
Right,
Quick!
follow this path. Because we've passed this place before. I just thought I'd just ignore this one, because I don't know what the ramifications are. I don't know what's going to happen to the region.
Whoa!
The impression if he gets out, I mean, he'll probably want to spend most of his time in the taverns, getting drunk and having a happy ending. But he might also want revenge on Virgo. It's quite possible. Right, where's this? There's a smithy. So where's this here Christian of Pisa?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Can you allow me in here without causing a ruckus? Ooh. Let's switch to our more pleasant gear.
Hey, it's you! Who are you?
You're a Christian of Pisek?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. but I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzling. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Okay, so is he like... I mean, have you learned anything at all?
Have you found out anything at all?
Just rumors. And those are useless. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzling trusts you, you could help me in my investigation.
Well, that's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
Well, I do know about mining from Skalitz.
Well, I'm from Skalitz, so I know a little bit about mining.
My word. You didn't work in the mines, did you?
I visited the mine once, but not to dig.
So I expect you don't know much. Well, no matter. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private.
Okay. Okay, why can't I just follow you then? It's unusual. Normally if somebody asks me to follow them, I'm given it an option to follow them.
Nice actor.
Oddly enough, in this particular case, no. So yeah, so from what we understand, there's a guy who's... I think he's running the mines now, and I think he's stealing... It's thought that he's stealing silver. I think he's even forging his own coins.
Where should I start looking?
Straight to the point.
Less of
I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corvs they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla.
What? What just happened there? You jumped ahead. Anyway, so when there was a feast, he was bragging. So what does that involve?
So I'm supposed to ask about the Feast of St. Petronilla?
It was just a few days ago. I reckon it'll be fresh in their memory. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch. They might not be very forthcoming at first, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them, and maybe they'll open up to you. You could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining, or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I think I'll be a rich nobleman, because I look the part.
I'll behave like a true nobleman.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corvs they mined. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corvs the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
Okay, so I actually know your brother.
By the way,
Peter.
I've had the honour of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukdal.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Right, so then, about the silver then.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining. So he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Bergregal. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
And what is the path of silver?
What is
then?
this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods about as thick as your little finger.
And can any silver get lost?
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the books, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Yeah, in the books, basically, then. And who checks the royal share, then?
Who checks the royal share?
The royal mint master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
And who's going to be making money out of this, then?
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Interesting. And what about the mines, though? I mean, who owns the mines?
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects. And these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuttenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds.
And who takes responsibility for these mines, then?
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the royal mint master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
And how much do the actual mines pay to the king?
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.
And the smelting, then? So who's responsible for actually smelting this?
Who's responsible for the smelting works?
They have their own owners. They buy ore from us and smelt it into pure silver. Then they deduct the royal tithe and they can sell the rest. And not just silver. Processing the ore yields a variety of other materials that can be sold just as well.
Interesting. And what happens in these smelting works?
What happens in the smelting works?
Each smelting shop has a stamp mill, a roasting pit, and a smelting furnace. The stamp mill is used to crush the ore into smaller pieces to make it easier to process. After that, the crushed ore is roasted in a roasting pit to remove most of the impurities. Finally, everything is smelted in a furnace to separate the pure silver from the slag.
Interesting. So it's basically processed a bit like steel, then?
So it's processed similarly to steel for smithing?
Yes, but in steelmaking, you don't have to weigh and record every step thrice.
Interesting. So about the actual minting process, then? I mean, how are groschen made?
How are groschen made from the silver?
The royal share from the smelting works goes to the mint in the Italian court. There, the coiners hammer it out into silver sheets for cutting the coin blanks. Then, in the Italian court's preghouse, our minters cut out and punch new groschen.
Okay, and how many mints are there then?
How many mints are there in total?
Only the main one is left, the one in the Italian court. There used to be more of them throughout the kingdom, but King Wenceslas II united them all. It was he who contributed the most to the rise of the Prague groschen and the wealth of this region. And of course, his own wealth too.
Yeah, that figures. Yeah, bit of an incentive there. Okay, so I need to go and talk to these miners then. I get the impression some of them are out and about. Some of them might be down the mine. Crikey. So that's Paul Sully's. That's Frank's. Right, that's Samco's back there. Interesting. So the question is really, is at what point is this silver disappearing? Because you get the impression that that guy is up to no good.
I don't feel much like moving somehow.
Stop causing trouble, Mutt.
Are you Foreman Samco?
Aye, I am. And who's asking?
My name is Henry. Steward Christian sent me to you. My family runs mines, so I came here to gain experience.
Why should I care? Didn't you see we're off graft?
Sir Christian told me to ask about anything that interests me, and that you'll tell me.
Ah, Sonny, I'm so tired. I haven't even got the strength for gabbing. I wouldn't mind having a game of dice, but minus rules. Then I'll tell you everything. What'd you say?
Ooh, I don't want to threaten them with that. Oh, come on, you've got to listen to Christian, sure.
You should obey Sir Christian, and just tell me what I want to know. You don't want him coming to you when you're off work to tell you off.
That I don't, kidder. Ask away, then.
Okay, so what is the work of a miner about?
What is the work of a miner about?
Aye, that's a good question, Mara. Mostly about oaking. Any yakker'll tell you that. But proper rest is even more important than graft. You're as weak as a midgie without it.
And how do you rest then? I mean, how do you get that?
So how do you rest?
Depends. Some have a kip, some a swally, some go whoring. As for me, I play dice.
Interesting. And how do you mine the ore? I mean, presume you just go down with a pickaxe, do you?
How do you mine ore?
Either we're on hard rock, and then no one's hewing shit, or we're hewing something soft, and then it goes grand. Only then there's not much silver in the ore, and you've got to smelt the shit out of it.
How much do you make then?
How much do you make doing this?
Don't even get me started. The chink's bad, and it's getting worse. Half a groschen a cough is no.
Odd question, but how much did you actually manage to mine on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
How many cores did you mine on, say, the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I can tell you exactly. All the yakkers were working, and we were getting along nicely. We managed to hulk 34 coves without skimping on hame time. First time in ages, that was.
That's all I need to know.
Interesting. Right, so there's that one. Now there's these ones over here. Looks like those ones are actually down the mine. Good grief, we're going to get dirty. Highly inconsiderate, that. I mean, we're noble, you know. We shouldn't be going down mines. Give the wrong impression, I think. Ooh, wormwood. What on earth is that? Right, so he must be somewhere around here then. Where is he asleep? Or is he down there? Hold on. Is he actually... Is he the one that's underground then? No, I'm confused.
But if the new fella beats him, he must have won the stone, eh?
That's your
You're a miner.
Someone was always baiting strangers with it, come to think of it.
Tell you what,
Huh.
in that case, I'm up for another fight with Tommy. Let's see if he's as strong as...
I think we're going to have to just get dirty. What time is it, by the way? Oh, it's only 9. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go down the mine. Fudgesicles, we're going to get a clothes dirty. It's totally unacceptable. So I think there was an entrance. Yeah, there's an entrance there. So somewhere down here.
At your service, sir.
Hopefully we'll find one of the other gappers. I'm puzzled by that other one because I thought he was over in that other area, but unless he's literally underground. Right, where's a gapper when you need one? Oh, see, I can feed myself now. And head down here. So you'll be a miner. So where's the gap? Oh, fudgesicles. So you're a miner. So all I can think of is that guy will be fiddling the books, basically. Oh, crikey, we've got to go all the way down there as well. It's only place because that's the only way I can think they're doing it. He's at a good point to so, like alter the books. Something down there. Because like I said, you'll get miners actually like be able to sneak silver out. I remember, was it one of the brothers of Teresa was doing that? But our boss has a much better opportunity to be able to alter the books since he's responsible for them all. Ultimately. Jeez Louise, where on earth is these guys? I have not a clue where we're going. Right, well that's a dead end. Can't half hear the wind blowing through here. Aye, that's a dead end. I think there was a turning somewhere. Possibly here. So that is... Okay, let's try this way. Ah, so there's Paddle. Ooh, who are you praying for, mate?
Are you Foreman Paul?
Hey! You walk like a ghost, kidder. You gave me a bit of a fright there. Hold on. I don't know ye. Who are you? And what are you doing so deep in the pit?
My name's Henry. Sir Christian sent me. I'm a nobleman, and I'm interested in the operation of the mines. Are you praying? Why?
The day before the feast of St. Petronilla, a kidder was hawking here. Young jaybird, a young'un, still wet behind the ears. We dinged the berg, set it ablaze, all good. He took a mell, battered the fault, and the props spangued out. It all came crashing down on him. Done him right in it did.
That's awful. I'm sorry about your friend.
He weren't just me marrow. He were my blood. I raised him from a nipper since my sister died. He kept begging me to take him on a shift, saying he was as strong as a horse. Wouldn't have taken her like. And now, I can't forgive myself.
Well, I mean, he's moved on. I mean, he certainly won't be suffering now.
There's no more pain in heaven. Don't be so hard on yourself.
You're right. I hope the Lord has welcomed the poor lad into the kingdom of heaven. Will you pray with me for his soul one last time?
Absolutely.
Aye. I'll pray with you.
You're a canny lad. Repeat after me. Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper,
Almighty and merciful God, our Father, you are the giver of gold, silver, bronze, copper, tin, iron, and all ores and metals. I ask that you bless my brother, who has died in this mine. And may your holy angels save his soul from damnation. Bring his soul to eternal glory through our Lord, our Saviour and Redeemer, Jesus Christ.
And the handmaid of the
Amen.
Lord, be it done unto me according to thy word. Hail Mary. And the Word was made flesh, and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy.
Sorry to bother you, but...
So, are you going to answer me now?
Aye. Thanks for praying with me. Ask about out.
So, what is the work of a miner
What is the
about?
work of a miner about?
What it's about? It's about hewing the face and hauling the ore to the bank in coves. Over and over again. Proper graft, that. Can be real dodgy, mind. Might even do you in.
No deaths in the mine common?
Deaths in the mine common.
Aye, but every death in the shaft is a waste. Whether it's in a crumple or black damp. Unfortunately, we still bury a yakka or two a month, you know. That's life like.
And how's the ore
How's
mined?
the ore mined?
First, we have to survey the shaft and find ore. Then the place gets scored and set ablaze. We set up timber around. The hewers take their tools and start dinging rock and hewing ore. Nothing to it.
And how much do you
How
make?
much do you make doing this?
Depends on how much we hawk. How hard the rock is, how much ore's in it. It's not really worth it, though. Half a grosh and a corf isn't much of a fight.
So how many corves did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
That weren't a good day. Nobody was in the mood for ganning on after what happened to Jaybird. But even so, we managed to hawk 30 corves.
That's all I need to know.
Oh dear. Now the other one is... Now Frank's son is down here apparently. So they... Are they on the surface then? Right, so I think I want to go back that way. This is the downside, is I haven't a clue where I am. Can't I just get my dagger out and just scratch on the beams, for instance? I really haven't a clue where I am or where I'm going. I suppose if you're down here like every day, I mean, you're going to get used to the place and know where you're going, but... Sheesh. You seem to be having problems there, Henry. Henry's got a problem. Why won't you go up there, Henry? Oh yeah. I could do with a landing. I mean, I'm a noble, surely I should have a landing. I mean, I see a lot of people wandering around with yeah, I see a lot of people wandering around with lanterns. How come I haven't got one? Oh, hold on a tick. If we go down here then. Because I remember going past him. Ooh. That was a bit too close for comfort. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's above ground or whether he's below ground. Bloody... Right, so that's a dead end. Where are we go? Well, actually, I want to be heading over to there now, don't I? I'm kicking myself if he's above ground, but... Oh, just talk. Hang on a minute. How come I've just talked to you? This is weird. This is weird with a capital weird. Okay, so we'll head back this way then and go up the ladder. So we must have come down a level then. Interesting. Now hopefully... he's above ground. Otherwise I'm going to have to come all the way back down here again. Fudgesicles. Right, so there was a... Yeah, there's a mine around here.
My respects.
Try not to get hit by the pickaxes he's swinging that. Seriously, Henry, why can't you just, like, climb over... Well, like, walk in a straight line for some reason? Right, he's mining in that little cove there. That's a dead end. So I head that away. That'll like just put some paint up to say, like, you know, show you how to get back out again. Would have been appreciated. Right, so where's he then? Was that not where we were? No, we weren't. We were over there to find the other guy. Right, so that wasn't too bad. We just had to pray with him. So the guy's in here, maybe? Where would that be locked? I think Tommy is down. They're down as well. Goodness sake. Why can't I go in there? So Frank of the first shift. So you're a miner. It doesn't look as though I can get in here. So I say I've got to go back down the mine again. Fudgesicles. Right, let's go back down again then. So he's somewhere along in that direction.
Christ.
Right, so that's going up the shaft. Nobody there. That looks like just a support. Ah, there's Frank there.
Foreman Frank?
What you looking for, Sonny? Can't you see we're hewing?
Sir Christian of P-Sec sent me. My name is Henry of Scallops. Our family rented a mine, so I came to gain experience.
A nobleman in the pit? I'll be damned. But you can't just amble around. You'll cap your creels.
I just have a few questions.
The more we gab, the less we gar. But make it snappy, man. What do you want to know, like?
Okay, so what is the work of a miner about?
What is the work of a miner really about?
What's it about? Bugger all, kidder. No great shakes. We gans through the roads, Bella. Hewing off from rock in the dark and breathing in the stithe.
And how do you mine?
How exactly do you mine ore?
Bloody hell. Have you never seen a yakka graft, kidder? You take a kevel and ding away at the rock till it crumbles. And if you keep ganning at it for a couple of years and don't croak from the stithe, then you'll keel over from exhaustion or get scrushed by the ceiling of the road you're hewing.
And how does the ore get up?
How do you get the ore outside?
Same way it's hewed, in the dark and in coves. On top of that, you spend a lot of the bloody time on all fours. Once you get out by with the cough, you get a tally, and you can get back in by.
And how much do you make?
How much do you get for your work?
I'll tell you, man. Them deputies up at bank make a howfing pile of chink. But us buggers, the ones doing all the graft, we earn a pittance.
Can you give me a more specific number?
Sometimes, not even half a grosh in a cough. That's near way to make a living, man.
And might seem an odd question, but how many of those corpses did you get on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
I wonder, how much do you mine in a day?
That depends on how much ore you howk out of this or that face. It varies.
How much did you mine, say, on the Feast of St. Petronilla?
Listen, kidder. Aren't you a bit too curious? Nobleman or not, you don't need to know that.
Ooh. Yeah, but you seriously, dude, you don't defy a nobleman when they ask. I could just say, well, look.
You should know you can't defy a nobleman. I'll mention your disobedience to Sir Christian or to the Mint Master. Then you can start looking for another job.
Out but that, sir. I couldn't just leave me marrows. It would break their hearts. And maybe their necks too. Who'd keep an eye on them? I'll tell you everything. It was a good gar on the Feast of St. Petronilla. Our yakkers hewed 36 corves.
Thanks.
Nah, thank ye. Now leave us to hew, Mara. We've got a lot of graft ahead of us. God be with you, good sir.
Okay, well, I think I ticked them off, quite frankly, but... Right, so at least I've got that information, so it'll be interesting to know how many were actually carried out of here, how many were recorded as, according to the port there, the gappers there, and how many were actually recorded, shall we say. Because I'm assuming they'll tell somebody who'll record it. Well, that's interesting. Half a groschen for all of what they're doing. Wow, that's not a lot. I mean, is that... Presumably it's per team. So that's a... He's right, it's an absolute... Fitness. Yeah, that's an absolute fitness there. Right, so he's upstairs. Take a chill pill, doggy. Don't cause any trouble.
I'm with you.
Is there a stair up here? Yeah, right, there's one there. Right. Is he in here? earth is he? Where on earth has he gone?
I'm at your service, sir.
That's okay. I'm just looking for the... You're the old merchant. Now he's up here. Now I'm confused. Where's Christian? Where on earth is Christian gone? Oh, is that in there? There you are. Been looking for you. Right, I found out that...
I already know how many corvs the crews extracted on the Feast of St. Petronilla. It was 100 altogether.
I see. Meanwhile, I looked in the mine book. How many do you think it says there?
I'm going to suggest less.
I'd guess it's less.
Then you'd be correct. The book lists 90 corvs extracted. That means 10 corvs of ore disappear each day. But nobody could just come along and take them. We keep a close watch on everything. The unreported corvs must be going out to smelting works with the rest of the ore. That means...
What does it mean?
That this is fraud of colossal proportions, and that Foreman Fett and Herman the ore merchant are in it up to their ears.
Okay, and what about Vavak?
What about Vavak?
I still think the trail will lead us to him, but we know too little so far. You need to talk to Fett and Herman first. Being involved in the theft of silver is a capital crime, so it should be in their own interest to cooperate. Make sure to promise them no one will know about their crime. You can mention my name. When you've talked to them, come back to me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Interesting. So they're starting at this point. So they're getting the corvs out of the ground, bringing them to the surface. And either or are involved. So Chief Foreman, he's responsible for the records. And Herman's the one for the outgoing ore, so one of the two. Well, actually, it must involve both of them, because presumably he records it. Ah, interesting. I mean, ultimately, the one wants to go back to him, but it is starting here. Ooh, crikey, that's a. I think it's a capital offence. I think you'd end up swinging if you get caught doing something like that.
How about I stop by your place?
Ooh, this could be tricky then.
I was never meant to be a warrior.
Get up now!
Stop screaming, for the love of God.
I was a peasant. My place was around the forge. Or the pub.
Drinks around the house!
But adventure found me. And I found... this lot.
Watch out, here we go.
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man.
His fellow man!
I only hope I live long enough to avenge the ones I lost.
No doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right?
You chose a different path than I wanted for you. And maybe that's how it was meant to be. But once you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight.
There they are!
Well, now we're really fucked.
You have to fight till the bitter end.
The most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.